Alright guys, we are back! This is All About Dota. I am Legion 170 and you are watching a production of the RD2L Season 4 PST Friday Division. This is week 2. I am broadcasting Much Rush 40 and Give Techies. And again, my name is Legion 170. If you stuck with us through game 1, you saw MR40 really take control of things in the early game with a defensive tri-lane going up, an aggressive tri-lane coming out from Give Techies. Really able to control things from there and allow Tango Wango in the mid to kind of farm things up against the Viper. So things went really well for them in that game. They're going to win points, but Give Techies, they're not just going to aimlessly blow themselves up or blow their chances up. Ha, techie puns. No, they're going to fight this thing out, and the draft has already been started for a little while, so let's go ahead and flip over to it. And Much Rush 40 picking out the Timber Saw with their first pick here, so we're going to see a little bit of Tango Wango Timber Saw action. Last time we saw this, last week, we saw him go up into the safe lane with an aggressive tri-lane in the bottom lane, and he was able to really clean up in that game. He played phenomenally. He was 7-2-2 in that game, very farmed, just not able to keep his team in it. Vengeful Spirit, the pickup for Give Techies, so not allowing Much Rush to have her for the 4th consecutive game. Vengeful Spirit was a popular pickup twice for Praxis last week and once for Neonend this week. And the rest of the band's pretty standard affair at this point in time. Like an Ancient Apparition, Invoker, Ember Spirit, I don't really know that people need to be surprised by that. And the chat is asking for me to change the overlay. I was getting to that, man. We're cool. We're cool. Sand King, the pickup here for Give Techies. So adding another stun and a little AoE to their lineup here. You can never have too many stuns. You really can't. And Sand King is a very useful hero. His stun kind of sucks in terms of range, level 1, but that's why you pick up the Vengeful Spirit, so that you could set it up. Also, a very versatile hero. I've seen the Sand King, I don't know that I would do it a lot, but I've seen the Sand King in the jungle. He does really need a Blink Dagger. I mean, he's one of those supports that definitely needs a setup item. Witch Doctor picked up here by Much Rush, so they're going to go back to Sylem's Witch Doctor here, who played a very, very good Witch Doctor in Game 1. Last week was not so fortunate, got picked on a little bit, I felt. I mean, he was 5-6-4, so he wasn't terrible, but not as good as his last game, which I believe he was like 5-1-11. People saying my oh yeah.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds. Dire team back.
So going into the bonus. Oh no, not going into the bonus time. Band's coming out here. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. People chatting at me. The Dazzle banned out by Give Techies. Not a terribly surprising ban, even though they took the mini stun that ends channeling and TPs and things like that off of the Poison Touch. Dazzle is still a ridiculously strong hero. Same goes for Luna. We talked about that last game.
Reserve time.
Naga Siren banned out here. A little bit of a surprising ban, being as she was nerfed pretty decently, I felt, in 6.81. Those illusions not being able to do nearly as much damage, but I suppose that the main point of those illusions is to kind of do some radiance, so they're not going to be able to do as much tower sieging as, not going to be able to do, the butterfly heart images of doom, but still not as effective, I think. Would have been good setup though for the Sand King, I think. Crystal Maiden banned out here. I mean, not a terrible ban. Crystal Maiden is a strong support. I don't know that Much Rush really has any interest in her, but never a bad ban if you think they want to go with support.
Ten seconds to go. 5 seconds. Dyer's pick.
The Darkseer picked up here by Give Tech. Fight action going on there for Give Techies in that game, and so not really able to make a huge contribution. But the vacuum wall into, or vacuum stun, vacuum Sand King stun into a wall, something like that could work. And Lich is picked up here by Much Rush 40, and this is a hero that I think that you're going to see quite a bit. You've seen, I'm sure, the cheesy YouTube videos of him getting Aghanims and throwing the Aghanims onto the Ancients, and Lich bombs and all kinds of stuff. But I really do think that all that cheese aside, that infinite bounces on that ultimate is just devastating. It basically means that you have to completely 100% separate your team out. If you get out in a 2 or a 3 group, heck, even a 5 group, if you get separated out like that, so you're clustered, you're all going to die. So you just have to get spread out, which is going to create really good opportunities.
Reserve time.
Especially being as a lot of what Give Techies looks to be doing here is centered around team fight and gathering up. And as I say that, they pick a Tinker who's not necessarily all about team fighting or gathering up, but going to go a little bit of rat here. Tinker, one of those heroes like Nature's Prophet that could be a real nuisance. And honestly, it would not be, well, it wouldn't really fit their team currently to pick up a Nature's Prophet for Much Rush 40.
5 seconds.
So Tango Wango's got his hero, Sylam's got his hero, Neonend has probably got his hero, so we're looking at probably an off lane. Well, no, we're probably looking at some kind of hero for Game of Throws, and some kind of hero from I'm Extra Bored. I'm thinking that Timbersaw is going to be into that solo lane, so they're looking for a carry and probably a mid, but you never know, they could send Timber mid. It happens. And I'm Extra Bored actually could play that Lich too. He's got 44 games on him with a 64% win rate. So maybe not a bad choice. Maybe Neonend gonna go something different. They're taking their time with this though. They've got a lot of extra time to really talk about this and see what they want to do. And they're going to use some of it right now.
Juggernaut.
And the Juggernaut actually comes out here, so their carry is picked up here. Definitely going to work well with that Maledict. They don't really have a super stun to set up the Maledict this time. Last time they had the Vengeful stun to follow up off of the cask, so they could get that mini stun, and then before they could run away, they could get the Vengeful stun onto them, and then Maledict and things like that. They're not going to have that this game. They'll have the Lich slow into the spin, into the Maledict, but not a whole lot of setup for that Paralyzing cask, or not the Paralyzing. Well, Paralyzing cask is the setup for the Maledict, but not a ton of setup for the Maledict. I suppose Paralyzing cask into a slow is going to be still pretty useful. And the Puck actually banned out here from Give Techies. Puck, a great initiating hero. I don't know that they need a ton of initiating power here on Much Rush. They do definitely need a mid hero. And as we look at things here, not entirely certain who's going to play. I don't have a ton of my information here for Game of Throws written down, as he did not play with these guys last week. Game of Throws plays an Invoker who's banned out, an Ember who's banned out. He does play a Pudge. We could potentially see Pudge, but I think more likely in his top 5 there's a Shadow Fiend available, so you could see that as well potentially. Give Techies, they need a carry here. Somebody's that's going to do some damage.
10 seconds to go.
Potentially a Drow from Master Boyle, 101 games on her.
5 seconds.
69 games on Sniper for I Am Nobody, who's actually sitting this one out in favor of Sterling Archer. So potentially a Marana, DK, Lone Druid, Tiny Spectre. Sterling Archer plays a lot of carry, so this hero most likely coming out for him. And Kunkka is actually the pickup here.
Dyer's pick.
So a little bit out of their top 5s, but that doesn't mean everything or anything. I don't know. Hard to pick up meaningful data on here are teams that don't play together all the time. And Earthshaker picked up here for Game of Throws, so now you have a little bit more stun setup for Asylum Interesting to see what they're going to do with their lanes here. Most likely going to be Tango Wango towards the mid, I would think. I'm not sure. We'll find out here in a second, though. Sterling Archer does pick up that Kunkka. Half-past time picks up the Tinker. So, some interesting stuff coming out here. Maybe a little bit more unconventional Dota, which I always like to see in cast. Come on, Bastille. Pick up your Darkseer. Waiting on you, buddy.
10 seconds.
And here we go. We are in. So this time, let's go ahead and start with the Dire here. We've got Silent playing the Witch Doctor. I'm Extra Board playing the Juggernaut. Game of Throws playing the Earthshaker. Tango Wango on the Timber. And Neonend on the Lich. And these guys are looking to smoke up and do something together as a team. Half-past time, going mid on the Tinker. You've got Sterling Archer heading bottom on the Kunkka. Bastille playing the Darkseer. Theraticor playing the Sand King this game. And Master Boyle playing the Vengeful Spirit. Yeah. They actually ward up this ancient camp, so not wanting the Tinker to be able to take advantage of that at all. Silent pings at it just to make sure that everybody knows that it's there. Not going to provide any ward sight though, so I mean, I'm pretty sure you can place that ward up here and get block this and get sight up here. Not 100% on that, but I'm pretty sure you can. So that apparently was all they're going to do, is they're going to separate out here. And now actually Game of Throws is going to play the mid lane hero. So interesting choice. Game of Throws is going to go on this Earthshaker towards the mid. It's going to go up against Tinker, so it's going to be a little rough if Tinker goes March early and really tries to do some stuff. Like, it's going to be rough no matter what Tinker does. But a bold pickup. I actually kind of like the Earthshaker mid pick here. I am a huge fan of the Carry Shaker. I think that it works incredibly well as long as you're able to get the levels of farm required to do so, which is definitely something that you're going to be able to do in a mid lane. And Game of Throws throws out a fissure and actually walks the wrong way around the pathing there, so deals a little harass damage, but takes some damage himself. And once again, we have a defensive tri lane up against an aggressive tri lane. This time, MR40 being the aggressors. Theraticor trying to do a little bit of pulling here so that he can keep this lane in check. Go ahead and pull up last hits and dice here. We see that everything is fairly close right now. Earthshaker is 4-0. Doing pretty well there is Game of Thrones. All is pretty much quiet here, though, on the Western server. Not a ton going on. Early level of reactive armor to deal with these ion shells coming out from Tango Wango. Not a bad decision there. MR40 is kind of gathered up here. They threw a sentry down and one to block the camp as well. They've realized that that techies are trying to do that, and so they have basically cut that off. And also threw out a ward to try to see if maybe they could counter something. Towards this mid, Earthshaker and Tinker are really trading off here. 7-2 for the Tinker, 8-0 for the Earthshaker. So trading some blows, getting some good CS there. Timbers, Tango Wango, doing solid as always, 6-6 here, and actually up to 8-6 now, up to up. So get some good farm there as well.
Not for you.
Not a whole lot going on here in this game. Everybody's pretty content to just play defensively and farm right now. I think you could see that change at level 3 for MR40. I think if you get, you know, either probably the level 2 into the Paralyzing Cask, just because it's going to give you those extra bounces. You know, 2 extra bounces is actually fairly huge compared to, you know, the little bit of... I mean, it gives you 8 bonus damage. I don't know. I think that the bounces are probably a little bit more worth it at this point, just to keep them a little bit more locked into place for the spin and the Lich Blast. Oh, and actually, wow. I failed for the first time in a while there, picking up First Blood, as Game of Thrones uses a haste rune to clean up the Earthshaker, so picks up the First Blood there. Interesting. Well, my bad on that First Blood, guys. Game of Thrones is going to retreat away, victorious in his First Blood, and oh no, he's not going to retreat very far away at all. He's got bottle. He's going to wait for this rune to pop up. Now here's getting pretty close to the time here when MR40 is going to be looking to go. A couple more creeps, 1 maybe 2. Yep, there goes the level 3 for 2 of the 3 laners. Thradicor hanging off here in the wings, but Invis Game of Thrones heading down this way. He's going to walk through this camp. He's going to spot out the Sand King. And there's a lot of people in position to do some nasty damage to Sterling Archer if he gets a little bit further, and he's going to get stunned up twice. There goes the Maldic. Here comes the spin, and he's dead. Fissure blocks any kind of chase, but Master Boyle getting a little bit crazy there. There's 4 heroes there, dude. You don't want to run into that. Tangawango being chased off by dual Ion Shell creeps, as Earthshaker is able to pick up some mana boots and share a little bit of that lovely mana stuff with his team.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
And Bastile's actually doing a pretty dang good job up against Tangawango. Tangawango plays a mean Timbersaw. I mean, man, shit. And actually here, MR40 is going to go in here. A stun comes from Thradicor in return. And actually going to get Asylum there, but Thradicor is getting spun to death. He's very, very low. I'm extra board, though, is very low as well. Here comes Neon End. He wants to throw out the Ice Blast, but is not able to. He throws it out on Sterling Archer instead to try to help I'm extra board get out, but I'm extra board gets hit with that Torrent and goes down to the Vengeful Spirit. So 2-2 now after that bit of a misplay by MR40. And here comes another stun. Here goes the Maldic. He's going to take some right-click damage now, but not nearly enough to do anything significant. Asylum taking some damage of his own here. Thradicor walks in, not able to get into range of that stun.
Your atrocity mate.
So Game of Thrones actually blocks off half-past time. Boom! He goes down. Drops the hammer. Echo Slam. Slam Dunk. Whatever you want to call it. He went down hard there. Almost no creeps, but it doesn't matter because the damage was enough. 3-2 now. Game of Thrones showing what the Carry Shaker is potentially capable of. And I don't know that he's going to really go the Carry Shaker build, but we will see here. So after a quiet beginning, we've gotten some, we got a little bit of taste for blood. And now, as we've had 5 kills in the last probably 2 to 3 minutes. And here comes another stun from Game of Thrones. He does not have the mana, though. He does do a massive amount of half-past times damage. And there goes another one, and one more. Down he goes. I did not know that he had enough mana to do that. But the power of the Earthshaker is showing through here. That Enchant Totem does so much damage early on. 400% on top of 76 base damage. It's just, he is a very, very powerful hero, and people don't really realize that, I don't think.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. This should be interesting.
Sterling Archer forced to come in here and farm some of these creeps, which is not good for his supports. This is kind of where you want your supports to shine, is in this in this jungle area to pick up a little XP that they're losing out on by stacking that and doing that constantly. And Archer's actually all alone here, and there's 3 heroes wrapping around here. They're smoked up. They're going to go in for him. Here comes Game of Throws. He throws out a fissure, blocks off the forest. Spin comes out here from IMExtra board. He's going to run in there now. Game of Throws tries to get in range for the stomp there, but not going to happen. There he goes down to the Juggernaut. Thradicor comes in. He's stunned up by the Earthshaker, though. He stuns, misses the stun, does Thradicor, does the Sandstorm thing, but then just gets fissured out of it. Game of Throws here on a mega kill streak. He wants to get out of here, but he's trapped off by his own fissure. Here he goes now. Bastille vacuums him in. Stun comes out from Master Boyle. 2 TPs are coming in here. IMExtra board's going to spin, and he's going to kill Bastille with the help of the fissure. Thradicor comes in. He stuns 3. Torrent stuns 3. Here comes Kunkka. He wants to hit something. Hit something, dude. No! Oh, Sterling Archer not able to do it. Echo Slam picks off the Vengeful Spirit. Thradicor comes in with the stun. Silem comes in with a stun of his own. It's going to catch 1, maybe 2. Torrent coming out. Here comes the boat. Neonen. No, Silem gets hit once from Sterling Archer, twice from Sterling Archer, and he dies too. Everybody is super low down here. Thradicor throws up the Sandstorm to try to keep people away. It is just an absolute bloodbath down in this lane. But MR40 coming out on top. 8-4 now. 9 minutes in. And Game of Throws up to 6-1 before he died there. So a great streak coming to an end. And who did he die to? He died to the Sand King, who was able to pick up 790 gold and escape with his life thanks to that. So he's going to have mana boots here. And in the meantime, Half-Assed Time has been farming up. He's got 1,300 gold. He's going to have his boots of travel here in probably 5 or so minutes, depending on how long or how much farm he gets between now and then. And Half-Assed Time actually takes a fissure, but not on the right side of it for Game of Throws to really follow up with anything. Meanwhile, Tinka-Wingo, haven't heard much from him lately. He's got mana boots and a Ring of Health, 600 gold sitting on him currently as well.
Face it, you're a loser.
I am getting a little bit of a report from people watching in Dota TV of some mic cutting out, so I'm going to flip to my settings really quick. Sorry, guys. Hopefully nobody dies when I'm doing this. Just going to turn it all the way down, so hopefully they catch everything. You'll catch my heavy breathing now. And Game of Throws actually gets a haste rune, throws out a fissure, but he's stunned up by Thradicor. Great stun from Thradicor, but he's going to keep going. He's going to keep chasing Half-Past Time. He's going to throw out the Enchant Totem. No, he's not even going to throw out the Enchant Totem. Now he's going to throw out the Enchant Totem, hit Thradicor with it. He's taking a lot of damage from these robots. Got a little greedy there. He could have just taken that kill and run away, but instead tries to get both of them and dies for his troubles. In the meantime, the rest of MR40 coming down here through the trees, but if Techies smart enough to realize what was going on, they'd all disappeared from lane. Meanwhile, up top here, Tinka-Wingo and Bastille still going at it. Tinka-Wingo at the top of the charts here, 53 and 23. Just continually does a phenomenal job. I'm always impressed with Tinka-Wingo.
Dire's middle tower is under siege.
And it looks like Perseverance, yeah, Perseverance is done for Tinka-Wingo. And he's got a third of his whatever you call that thing to get Bloodstone. I can't think of it now, but Silem's gonna walk in here. What are they doing? They're just standing there waiting. Thradicor stuns Silem. He throws out the I am just completely dumbfounded by that. The 2 MR40 supports came and just sat right here, completely in view of the rest of Give Techies, and die for their troubles. Thradicor did use his ultimate there, so a little bit of overkill potentially for the 2 supports, but his tower is pretty low. Game of Throws enchants his totem. He's going to walk in here. 2 teleports coming in as well. Here comes the fissure on Sterling Archer. The totem is enchanted. Echo Stomp comes, but he's stunned up here. Stunned again by Thradicor. Half-Past Time walks in for a little bit of harass damage. And nobody dies, but the tower's denied. So interesting little trade there. And actually, Tinka-Wingo's diving way in. He wanted to get a kill here, and he might end up dying for his trouble here. He does not have enough mana for Timber Chain. Fissure comes out and hits Master Boyle, preventing him from chasing after the Timber Saw, but also preventing MR40 from doing chasing of their own. Alright, what is that called now? Soul booster. Ha! I knew it. It was there somewhere in the recesses of my mind. Blink Dagger up on Game of Thrones now, so not going the cheeky Shadow Blade Carry Shaker, but definitely getting some good farm up on him. Smoke purchased up by Asylum. Juggernaut go for negatives. A great pickup for him. Bastille going that mechanism. Only got a headdress to show for it right now. Has he got something else on the courier maybe? No, he does not. So it's going to be a kind of a slow mech coming out from him. Ring of Aquila up on Vengeful. Shadowblade coming out from the Kunkka. Radicor does have his mana boots. Working towards his Blink Dagger, I am certain. And Asylum and Neonin gonna do a little bit of dewarding. A little gun shy there. Not wanting to get double stunned up. So Tanguingo just doing his thing up here, 65 and 25 right now. Tinker though not far behind him in terms of CS, 55 and 7, and actually gonna speed up that. Oh, maybe gonna speed up that. He takes a Maledict. He takes a. Yeah, he's dead. That Enchant Totem on top of the Maledict was definitely going to be enough to kill him. And Game of Thrones gonna throw out a stun here, and there goes the Enchanted Totem. Thanks to that sentry ward provided by Neonin. Sterling Archer going to chase a little bit here. Neonin definitely going to be in some trouble if Vengeful's got a swap, but not level 6 yet. So things not going particularly well for those supports. Although, they do have more gold than either Asylum or Neonin. So, I guess things are looking alright. Honestly, it's too early to see much of an advantage, especially with the kills so close. And you get about 3,000 in the favor of MR40 and about 2,000. So yeah, nothing to be bragging about at this point in time. Double damage up on Sterling Archer. Wants to push his tower down a little bit. Half-ass time. He's got his boots of travel up, so he's going to be able to jump around the map and do that Tinker thing. All kinds of pings coming out from Thradicor. Oh, Earthshaker. Oh, gosh. Game just took off. Game of Thrones actually blinks in there and kills Kunkka. Not expecting that. My game kind of got a little bit there for a second. Hopefully stream didn't drop. Sometimes OBS decides to be... Tango going to jump in on half-past time and not going to get him. Oh, yep, he did. Actually, the Lich did, but... Pays for it with his life. Not sure if that's a good trade. Actually, I'm pretty certain that it's not. I think he's already got his boots of travel, so he didn't really lose a whole lot out of that. Tango Wingo got his point booster, so he's now just a Vit booster away from having his Bloodstone, but still, I just don't like the trade. Earthshaker comes around, he's going to stand up top. Throws out a fissure, completely blocks them off. Then runs away a little bit. Does not want to get swapped or blinked on, even though nobody's really close to a Blink Dagger. His location's pinged out from Bastille, who's going to run after him a little bit, and he's going to blink in on Bastille. He gets stunned up by Thradicor here. Vacuumed up here now. Vengeful ulted. Oh, no, not Vengeful ulted, but the Earthshaker ult is... Or the... Man, I cannot talk tonight. The Sand King ult's going to go off, and here comes the Witch Doctor ult. Not enough to take him out. Game of Thrones mana-ing up here. Master Boil, though, going to go down to the Enchanted Totem. Fissure comes up. He's going to hit Thradicor with it. Blinks up 1 second. Here goes Game of Thrones. Just going on a tear here. 11, 2, and 3 on the Earthshaker. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Carry Shaker is a thing. It's coming to a Dota game near you. I've been preaching to a good buddy, Mathman, about the Carry Shaker for a long time, and he has just ignored me. This game is one step closer to validating my theory. Carry Shaker will be a thing. Somebody call up Puppy, have Hobos do it. And actually, Fissure comes in here on half-past time again. Enchant of Totem. The Torrent goes off, but it's not going to save him. Timbersaw able to pick up that kill. The boat hits nobody. Thradicor now in a little bit of trouble off on his own here. The Lich Ultimate's following him around, but nothing to bounce onto. Game of Thrones going to come in. Chakram hits him. Lich Ice Blast hits him. A Fissure hits 2 now. Here goes the Echo Slam. Tango Wango cleans up 2. Triple kill for Tango Wango. There goes another Chakram. Game of Throws once more. He's going to get it with the Enchanted Totem. Mega kill streak. MR40 with the team wipe there. 20-10 now at 18 minutes almost exactly. 12-2-6 is this Earthshaker right now. Asylum getting away there with no health. 20 HP on him. And the crit coming out on the Carry Shaker. So the hype is real, ladies and gentlemen. The hype is real. And he's at the top of the net worth chart as well. 7,900 gold. Timbersaw right up there with him with 7,300. Now let's go ahead and take a peek at these graphs. I know people don't necessarily like the graphs, but about 10,000 experience lead for MR40 right now, and gold sitting at about 7,500. So the lead, which was fairly not insignificant, but not really anything to brag about, starting to mount up now. I'm extra board, about 1,200 away from his Aghanims. Timbersaw's got 1,000 gold up on top of his Bloodstone. Potentially see a Blink Dagger out of him. Oh, that's the ward. I don't want the ward. Asylum doesn't really have much, and I'm extra board is actually going to pause the game. Tango Wango asks for a pause for 1 sec. To give us the opportunity to go around and look at some items here. Which, not a lot going on. That mechanism still not coming out, and it's 19 minutes. Probably another 2 to 3 minutes out. Well, so kind of a low mech coming out there. I mean, it's not really what you can do about it when you're not able to get as much farm in your 0-2, but still. Shadowblade is up on Kunkka. Master Boil. Not a whole lot going on. Working towards treads. Sand King 1,000 gold, so about halfway to his Blink Dagger. Probably have it in, man, the way things are going right now, 7 to 10 minutes. Somewhere in there. Well, I would like to take this opportunity to tell you guys that we are all about Dota. We do all kinds of Dota casting. We do streaming of our terrible matchmaking and other fun stuff like that. So if you enjoy the commentary, or if you just don't hate the commentary, I would appreciate it. And so would my co-casters when they're here, which is rarely, but they do sometimes show up. But we would all appreciate a follow if you guys do enjoy what we do. It's always a good time, and I very much love the RD2L. We actually did a little joint Dota League as well last week. So, all right, enough of the self-promotion. The game is up. Chakram comes out, but probably not going to go into there. Much of the machines coming out, and 3 other heroes there with actually the 4th pretty close by. At this point in time, they're going to have to play very conservatively. Going to have to play very much as a group of 4 or 5. You know, maybe Tinker could go out and try to push lanes a little bit and try and be nuisance, but the rest of them are not going to want to go anywhere. And actually, if he's 60, no, he's not going to stick around. He's going to blink out, and actually, yeah, just barely gets out there. Game of Thrones looking for that pickoff kill. But in the meantime, I'm extra board, and Tango Wango are going to try to push up this tower here. Tinker's going to... No, he's not going to TP towards the top. Torrent actually hits Tango Wango here. Radicore looking for stun. It does hit 3. A great stun there coming out. Boat's coming out for Tango Wango. Vacuum into it. Boom, hits 3 of them. Down goes Asylum. I'm extra board has to spin to run away. Tango Wango gets swapped back into the middle, runs to the wall, and he's going to die as well. A little bit of greed for that tower, not able to pay off for them. They do not get the tower, they lose 2 heroes. 20-12 now in favor of MR40.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
Tinker's going to TP back towards top, and they want to go in on I'm extra board. He's having none of it though. He's going to walk around, but Silence TPing in. A couple March of the Machines coming out. Paralyzing Cast goes on half-past time. And here comes a Maledict, and a lot of damage coming out from him as well. He's going to go way down. Not sure what he was thinking there by running in like that. And Tango Wango's going to come out. Chakram hits on Master Boil. There goes the Whirling Death, but it did not really seem to connect with anything. I'm extra board. Ooh, that was a long timber chain, and it would, if those trees would have been right here, that would have connected, but it does not. This tower is going to fall almost certainly. So a kill and a tower here. So a good return there. They lost two heroes the last time they wanted to do this. This time they get a hero kill, and they're going to get the tower as well. Doesn't completely make up for that last fight, but does a pretty decent job of getting there. Actually, it does not look like he's going to go blink on the Tango Wango. Instead, looks like probably a Shiva's would be my guess. Lich about 1,200 gold away from his Aghanim, so he's actually not too far behind this this Juggernaut. The Akador stuns in here, gets a paralyzing cast. Now he's going to get spun down. Game of Thrones unstoppable, picking off the Kunkka in the mid lane there as that was going down. Here comes the Lich ult, hits Bastille on once and then nothing. Game of Thrones, his skills are on cooldown and he does not have much mana. He's waiting. Somebody going to stick around. Master Boyle, you're in a lot of trouble. You don't realize it, but you are. Fissure hits 2. Xylem's going to throw a paralyzing cast. It's going to bounce between the two. Naldix comes out on Master Boyle. He's going to fall. Bastille actually manages to work his way away. And that's going to be a tier 2 tower as well. 3 heroes down for Give Techies. And things are not looking good for them in this game 2. And like I said, I think game 1 definitely plays a factor into this. Like, you know, not necessarily that the Give Techies are playing badly or with their backs against the wall here or anything like that, but I think for MR40 gives you a little bit of confidence to move forward in your game plan and to try other things out and to relax a little bit. And I think that's kind of showing through, really allowing Tango Wango to do his thing and actually allowing them to try Game of Thrones in that mid lane and get that carry shaker going. I think that early win gives you the confidence to try things out that people normally wouldn't see. And I think a mid lane carry shaker is definitely something that you wouldn't normally expect to see. Well, you should, because carry shaker hype is real, guys. In the meantime here, it looks like Sterling Archer are going to try to pick up a little bit Chrysalis of his own. Master Boyle, just buy more wards. He is the eternal 6 slot for this team right now. He's got nothing. Sand King seems to maybe have given up a little bit on his blink. And the Daedalus actually comes out on the Earthshaker. I'm actually forced to spin and kind of run away there. Tango Wango, I think, wanted to go in as well, but just Timber Chains across the river to safety. Game of Thrones hasted up. He's gonna get hit with a rocket. He was looking for a blink in there. He pings out that there's a ward there, and now he blinks in. Hits 4 with a fissure. Great fissure. I'm Extra Ward's gonna jump in here. Half-fast time. Oh, he took so much of that. No, he is gonna go down. I thought his teammates kind of came in there to relieve some of that damage, but then they were able to, unfortunately, they separated out a little bit and left him with it. Radicor's going to throw out an ultimate and going to do some decent damage with it. Xylem's going to go down. Tango Wango, though, is going to Timber Chain through it. There goes the Whirling Death, and a Game of Thrones able to pick up another kill. So Tinker buys back immediately, so 3 kills for 1 there for MR40. Tinker buys back, throws out a couple missiles, throws out some robots, and teleports away. Game of Thrones blinked into those trees and took some damage from... Oh, and actually tried to hit Bastille with that stun, but not able to do that. Tango Wango destroys all of the cover there. They're either going to have to push this or try to back up a little bit. And the gem actually comes out for the Earthshaker, so not wanting Sterling Archer to be able to get away. And the mech is up on Bastille, so I don't know how long ago that came out, but I was probably about right. It was about 19 minutes when I said 5 to 7 minutes. So, that was pretty close. Yeah, Sheev's Guard is coming up online here for Timbersaw, about 300 gold away from that. Maybe a little less than that. The Aghanims is up on iMaster board. Probably a Desolator in his future, I would imagine. 1,400 gold towards that coming up. And Lich is about 400 gold away from his Aghanims as well. So this gem is going to be delivered here to Game of Thrones, who's going to activate a regeneration rune and head towards these guys towards the mid lane, who have no idea what is heading up towards them. There's all kinds of pain heading their way. They don't even know it. Here's Master Boyle. He's in some... Oh no, blinks ahead there. Actually goes in on Kunkka, who goes invisible, not realizing that they have a gem. Vacuum into that wall there. Lich ult's going to follow Sterling Archer and continue bouncing. Chakram coming out from Sterling Archer, and a Whirling Death able to finish him off, so that wall not able to do a whole lot there. Stun comes up. Oh, dunks. He absolutely dunks Stratacore there and picks up 3 more kills here. 30-13 now, 26 minutes. I think this is about the time where you start to consider the GG if you are Give Techies. I don't know that you're really coming back from this. We've got, and almost 20,000. Wow, what in the world? Apparently Bastille came in from behind there. Like, I wasn't even on them and I didn't see that kill. Anyway, we got about 20,000 experience lead and about 15,000 gold lead. Yeah, this is tap out territory right here. There are 3 heroes down for your team. None down for the enemy. There's a blink coming in here. Fissure. Oh, Fissure can be content to take out this tower. Take out the tower or walk away. They are in no hurry to end this. They are in complete control of this game right now. $1,900 gold up on the Earthshaker. I would imagine a heart probably coming next, but we could see something different potentially. A heart is great on the Earthshaker because he is a strength hero, and that strength is going to add to his, not only to his HP, but it's also going to add to his attack, which is going to make his enchant totem even more powerful, incredibly more powerful, actually. So I think a heart is a very good pickup for him at this point in time, especially with the critical strike that he's got. I would imagine this Aegis is going to go on him, but it could potentially go on Amextra board as well. He's got a Mithril Hammer up in his inventory right now. Yeah, I think it's probably going to go to him because Game of Thrones making no move to sell any of his items. Yep, Juggernaut picks that up. Lich picks up an ultimate stick of his own, so we are going to see a little bit of infinite bounces.
Haste.
Certainly Archer picks up a haste rune. He's just going to carry himself away from this trouble towards the mid lane. Wango heads up mid, or not up mid, up top to cancel out some of that push. Tinker trying to get this outer tower here, which has got 56 health its own. Blink Daggers come out from Xylem and from the Tinker.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Thought maybe with that Aegis that you would see MR40 get a little bit more aggressive here and try to knock this down, but instead maybe they're going to wait for Extra board to pick up his Death out because he's only now 800 gold away from that. Mithril Hammer's up in his stash. Lich, the additional Staff of Wizardry, I would imagine 4 staff. That would be my guess, but you never know. You could see potentially Rod of Atos. But the more likely bet, the 95% certain bet is not much going on here as far as items go. Chrysalis picked up by Sterling Archer. And actually, Sand King almost got his Blink Dagger. He sells off a couple items and picks it up. That is very important for him at this point, but actually the Basher picked up here from Earthshaker. Interesting. I don't know that I agree with that, but you know what? You're 17-2-10 Game of Thrones. Go for it, buddy. My problem with the Basher is that Earthshaker really doesn't attack fast enough to do a whole lot of work with that. 1.2 seconds per attack, so he's gonna get He's gonna get basically 2 attacks off every 3 seconds. Not really great odds for your bash to go off there with a 25% chance. I think working into that heart is a little bit more important. Adds more damage to you. Who cares if you get a single mini stun? You got so many stuns. And Sterling Archer's going to get fissured, and now he's going to get jug ulted. And then ult's going to bounce over to Bastille. He's going to run for his life now. Enchant Totem comes up for Game of Throws. He can TP in 1, or blink in 1. There he goes. Whack. 1700 crit. Master Boil in a lot of trouble now as well. He's going to go down. 3 heroes dead. MR40 looking for blood. Tango Wango, Timber Chains in. And Half-Past Time actually gets fissured up and maledicted. And there goes the Lich Ult to finish him off. And he's going to buy back again. So here comes the Tinker buyback. Realistically, there's almost no way they can defend this. I mean, maybe a 0.5%. chance that they could defend this? I mean, even with 3 heroes, even with 5 heroes up, I just don't think they could do it. I mean, the Lich ultimate is down, and the Earthshaker ultimate is down. Juggernaut ultimate is almost up, and he's got Deso and Agadins right now. So there's that. Witch Doctor never used his. I just don't think they could do it. I'm extra board, takes a rock to the face. Here comes a boat. No, he connects with Neonen, but not with I'm extra board. He's just going to spin away. Here comes Radicor, actually picks up the Aegis kill there, but he's going to pay for it with his life. Tango throws out the Chakram to kill him. Game of Throws jumps in there, throws out the Enchant Totem, and smacks the melee barracks there. Now they're going to turn their attentions on that until it gets fortified up. Stun comes up on I'm extra board, but then a Fissure stun comes in return. Half-past time gets blown up there. I think that that spin damage did maybe 10 damage to Tinker. 1,700 crits coming out from the Earthshaker, just too much to handle. And here goes Blink on Sterling Archer, and he got another big crit, and down he goes. So Carry Shaker, I'm telling you, tell your friends, hide your family. Carry Shaker, it's a real thing. The hype, my friends, the hype is real. Look at that terrifying totem on his back. The hype is real, though. War Staff does come out from the Lich. Not really a surprise. It is a little bit of a surprise that this game is still being played.
No, they are.
I mean, it's a valiant effort from Give Techies, and they don't want to start their season 0-2, but at this point, the writing is kind of on the wall. I actually flipped over to buyback status on accident because I was trying to go into cinematic mode. Take a look at this. Ooh, yeah. 35,000 experience, 25,000 gold. Another kill for Game of Throws. He's godlike. Another kill for Tango, who's unstoppable. Mega kill streak on I'm extra board. Buyback comes back from the Master Boyle, who swaps I'm extra board in. He gets X'd up. He's going to go back in the middle of that Game of Throws, though. He's just going to blink in there, kill off the Vengeful Spirit, and now look for some more deaths. And Bastille calls the GG there for his team. Much Rush 40, a very impressive bounce back week after taking 2 tough losses from Mighty Meepos. MVP, because I can do that, definitely, I think, got to go to Game of Throws for this series. He played a solid Weaver in the first game, didn't pick up a ton of kills, but that tri-lane was really helpful with him in it. And then in this game, going toward that mid lane, 22, 2, and 16 on the Carry Shaker. Like I said, guys, the hype is real. Tell your friends. All right. With that madness in mind, I would like to thank you guys for watching. I'm Legion170. I hope you had a good time with these games because I definitely had some fun casting them. If you like our stuff, we are at twitch.tv/allaboutdota. You can follow us there. We also have a YouTube channel, but unfortunately, somebody has stolen the vanity URL for All About Dota, and it goes to, I don't know, some other user that has no videos and likes a lot of other videos. But we are also on YouTube. If you go to the RD2L subreddit, which is reddit.com/r/RedditDota2League, I always post the VODs there. You can find the VODs on Twitch. You can find the VODs on YouTube. So if you like what we do, please do, hey, give us a message, schedule us, or just give us a follow because we appreciate all those things. All right, so thank you guys for watching. I am Legion170. I'm going to quit babbling. It's been a great day of Dota. We will be back tomorrow as we have Redondo's team from EST Saturday, which is Team Clean. And I don't remember who they're going up against. This is terrible scheduling notes on my part. So, but we will be back tomorrow night with another RD2L best of 2 matchup. Please tune in. I'm Legion170. All right, I'm going to stop talking. Bye, guys.